today's video you're going to learn how to run webinars without actually paying for a webinar software. And the way this is possible is by using a software called Kartra, which I'm gonna leave a link down below in the comments for you. Nobody has talked about that on the internet, and I actually realized that it is possible by just using the software. The functions are all in, and I'm not talking about a live webinar, but like a ever webinar, pre-recorded webinar without paying for a webinar software, which will save you thousands and thousands or hundreds of dollars each year. I'm going to explain every single step and everything that needs to happen so you can you can start doing that. And also I'm working on a funnel like that I'm willing to share with you for free if you use my link to buy Kartra in the comment section down below. Also, let me know if you have seen any other video like that in the comment section down below. So, webinar. So here's how we start. We start with a sign-up page. Can you actually see that? Yeah, you can. We start with the sign-up page. So we'll call it an opt-in. So very simple opt-in page where you've got a headline, whatever you want to have in there. And what is important about this page is, so you've got a form where you're going to collect the visitor's information, email, name, if you want to, or just an email. And then we've got on the form, we've got like the time they want to watch the webinar. And this is one of the limitations of what I'm about to show you, that they actually can't really pick a date, a specific date and time. What they can pick is, for example, yeah, I want to watch in 24 hours, I want to watch it in 48 hours, or it can be I want to watch it now, I want to watch it tomorrow, or I want to watch it the day after tomorrow, and stuff like that. So that's the limitation, guys, okay? You can't actually let people choose a specific date and time to watch the webinar. And if this limitation is too much for you, and if you're running webinars, then absolutely buy a webinar software. But if you want to have something that's like a webinar without actually buying for a software, keep watching this video. So when they choose the time that they want to watch the video, when they want to watch the video, in 24 hours, they might want to watch it now, like most people probably, or in 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours. Everybody, depending from their answer, so depending from what they say in this form, they're gonna get tagged. Tag 1, tag 2, tag 3, tag 4, etc. Right? So when they fill out the form, they're gonna be sent to the thank you page. Yeah. So we've got a thank you page, where you're gonna say you can post a video there. Yeah. Because everybody who subscribes to the webinar will be able to see that video, so it's good if you place a video on the thank you page so you can indoctrinate them further. And then you've got the usual stuff like make sure you watch on laptop, etc. And so that's like the first phase. That's like phase 1. It's just 2 pages. And what is important is the form on the first page where they can actually choose when they want to watch this webinar, which is not really a webinar. Then from here, they're going to receive, they get into a sequence, right? And the sequence can be, and this is phase 2. Phase 2 is the sequence. Phase 2. And what is important about this sequence is that depending from their tag, they will get into a different sequence. Or the sequence can be exactly the same. It's just the first email that they get will be different depending from the tag. And in this first email, and also the rest of the emails actually, there will be countdown timers inside the email which shows when the webinar starts, when this video starts, right? And then after the sequence, we've got 3 pages or 4 pages depending from the amount of times that you allow people to choose, okay? So if the times are now, watch it in 24, 48, 72 hours, you've got 4 pages here, okay? Oops. Got 4 pages, and every single page reflects the time frame that they want to watch the video. So if they want to watch it now, you've got 1. These are called waiting rooms, okay? We will call them waiting rooms. We've got 1 for now, 1 for 24 hours, 1 for 48 hours, and 1 for 72 hours, okay? And these waiting rooms are basically the page that they need to be on so they can watch the webinar. So when somebody that wants to watch the webinar now, here's how it works. He opts in, he picks now as an answer on the form. He wants to watch the webinar now. He's sent to the thank you page. He gets an email, hey, the webinar is about to start, and there is a countdown timer which shows when the webinar is going to start. They click on it, they go to the waiting room where there is another countdown timer which shows when the webinar is going to start, and all they need to do is wait on this webinar room, this waiting room, sorry, and when the count timer hits 0, they're going to be sent to the actual webinar page. The webinar page is a video and comment section on the left. Obviously, these are not live comments, yeah. Comment section on the left, and that's it. The video can be tagged as many times as you want. I think, I'm not 100% sure. I think it's as many times as you want. So if it is a 2-hour webinar, you can literally tag people every 10 minutes. So if people start leaving, you can see exactly at what point during this video they left. And this is possible only with Kartra hosting. So the software you need to use is Kartra, and the video needs to be uploaded to Kartra itself, so you can tag people depending from how long from this video they actually watch. And then at certain point during the video, you're gonna make the offer, and the offer will appear here. Oops, offer. The offer will appear underneath the video at the time when you start making your pitch during the video, like a real webinar. And that's it basically, guys. So from there, you can create your follow-up sequence after the webinar sequence, where you can literally create as many different pathways for a lead to go into, depending from how much they have watched from that video. I hope that makes sense. So I'm gonna explain again how it works, and I'll give you an example again. So let's say a lead comes into the opt-in, they opt in, they choose a time they want to watch the video in 48 hours from the moment they have opted in. They get tagged with tag number 3, which is 48 hours. From there, they go to a thank you page, which is the same for everybody, where you've got a video telling them, hey, thanks so much for registering. Please make sure you do blah, blah, blah. from there, the first thing that happens is they're gonna get an email, which corresponds to tag number 3. And in this email, it says there is a countdown timer showing them that the video will be available for them after 48 hours, because that's what they have chosen. And there is a countdown timer. And sorry. They'll be able to watch this video after 48 hours. And then you've got an email sequence depending from how many emails you want to send until the video is available to them. And they're being sent, there is a link inside the email which leads to a waiting room for 48 hours. On the waiting room, there is a countdown timer showing them the time until the webinar actually starts. All they need to do is click on the link, and from here they will be redirected to the actual webinar page when the countdown timer hits 0. And from there, obviously the presentation starts. You've got the comment section on the right hand, and everybody's getting tagged, let's say every 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you like. So when people start leaving, you can actually see at what stage in the webinar they have actually left. And then you can create different sequences. From here you can have like 10 different sequences depending from at what point of the video presentation they have left. So you can target them like extremely accurately. And then at certain point, whenever you start making the pitch, the offer will actually appear on the very same page. So this is an example of how you can use Kartra to create evergreen webinars without actually paying for evergreen webinar. There is a limitation, and the limitation is that you can't the limitation is here, guys. You can't actually tell people, you can't actually let them choose a specific date that they want to watch the webinar. You can allow them to choose depending from different time frames, or you can say like tomorrow, the next day, whatever. Then they're getting tagged, and the system is doing everything automatically. And that's the beauty of Kartra, and that's why I'm talking about Kartra, because it allows you to do stuff like that. And guys, there are a lot of people saying that it's a complex software to use, and it probably is, I guess. But because of that complexity, it allows you to do things that is just mind-blowing. At least that thing for me was like, it's a big thing, And because everything works independently from one another, it actually allows you to experiment and do so many things. So in my opinion, it's totally worth it. Everybody thinks differently anyway. So yeah, that's how you do it, guys. I hope you find this video useful. Please leave a comment down below by letting me know if you're currently running webinars and what is it that you're actually doing. Just leave a comment down below. I would love to connect with you. And as always, like the video and subscribe to the channel if you like videos about marketing, sales, entrepreneurship, funnels, that kind of stuff. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you around. Thanks.